G'day everyone, it's Justin and
Matt.
Two dads again from Australia, and we're coming to you today in a 2022 Jeep Compass S Limited. Okay mate, welcome to the first Jeep we've had on the channel.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
The Jeep Compass that we're in today, it's the smallest SUV that Jeep sells in Australia, and it competes with other small SUVs, sort of like the Subaru XV, the Hyundai Kona, Mazda CX-30, cars like that. It was launched in Australia in 2017 and received an upgrade in July last year, 2021. And the one that we're in today is the luxury version. It's called the S Limited, and it comes with a 2.4 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine, and guess what? It's got a 9-speed auto, and it is a four-wheel drive too.
I've looked at all the modes. It looks like they've covered off all the scenarios that you'd want to cover. Snow,
Yes. What does it say? Sand, mud, snow, auto. You know, it's got a lock for the four-wheel drive as well for low range.
So that's impressive kit.
Yeah. Mate, you've had it for a little bit.
Yep.
Give us your impressions. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I love how it looks from the outside. Love the outside styling. It looks like a miniature Jeep Cherokee, and I like how they look. So, having that sort of compact size, but having the same sort of wheel arches and the same front grille design, I think it looks cool, very much so. And the color combo, the wheels, the premium pack looks really nice. As you said, I've had it for a little while, and I've driven it to the shops, I've driven it in some tight spaces, I've driven it to work, in the car park, and I have to say it is very flexible in fulfilling all those roles and those functions. My driving impressions, well, first of all, as my signature sort of commentary on the steering wheel, it is chunky. Like, they've taken BMW steering wheels to the next level of chunkiness. It makes my hands feel like they're very small, and they're sort of average size, I believe. But it just feels really chunky. But saying that, I forget about it after I've driven it for a while. So, I came with sort of preconceived ideas that it's, an American car from historical perspective that had the steering wheel thrown across on the other side and left at that. But I actually think that they've done a pretty good job in having it suitable for Australian conditions. I think the actual ride quality is not too bad. I actually quite like it.
Yeah.
It's not a performance feeling, but it does have that more assertive, firm sort of feel to it.
Tougher.
It
It feels like what you'd expect a four-wheel drive to be.
Exactly.
It's
exactly right. Now, one of the things that I'm not so sure about, in a gentle kind of way of saying it, is the engine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a little bit underpowered for the weight. Now, the fuel economy out from that power isn't so great either.
Yeah, it's 9.7 litres per 100 Ks, and I think it's a 2.4 4-cylinder naturally aspirated, so it's not turbo, and it's only got, it's 129 kilowatts at 6,400 RPM, 229 newton meters at 3,900 RPM. So, it's not overly endowed with torque, and it's not really low down in rev range, is it?
No, exactly. And look, if you're just sort of going along slowly and you already have momentum there, it's okay. But if you get caught out and you need to accelerate, it just feels substantially underpowered.
Well, it could be due to the weight. Like the weight is about 1,503 kilos because it is, a four-wheel drive. It's got a four-wheel drive setup in it with a low four-wheel drive, range four-wheel drive. So
fair enough. I think that could possibly do with an improvement. But from a handling perspective, driving perspective, steering wise, it's great. I like it. I actually feel like it's a really solid, good car to drive.
You mentioned the ride and the handling. It is fairly bumpy because I guess it does feel like a four-wheel drive car.
Yeah.
It's running 19-inch alloys as well, so it's got a 17-inch spare wheel. So that's probably contributing to the ride quality. Look, I thought the handling was okay. Like the steering, it's nice, but to me it doesn't handle like a car. Like it feels like a tough sort of four-wheel drive to me.
Yeah.
I don't know how well that suits people driving in the city too much. Okay, mate. Family friendliness, practicality. In terms of the interior, driving, vision, parking, I thought it was okay. Like it is a little bit in the C and D pillars at the back, a little bit claustrophobic there, but it's got a 360-degree camera. I think that's an option on this car as well.
Yes.
But everything else seems to be okay with it. Now, you sat in the back, and how does it feel like when you sit in the back of the car?
Yeah, it was a good size. I felt comfortable. The back seat was like plush. Visibility was good. The C-pillar was out of the way, so I could definitely see well. So yeah, it was a nice place to be.
And you mentioned like you've taken this thing, doing the weekly shop and things like that. How did you find the boot?
It was adequate enough for that. If I was going on a longer trip, camping for instance, obviously this can go off-road and it has the engineering capabilities to do so. I feel like you need a roof canopy or something else to take along with it. It just seemed a little bit small for that. But day-to-day duties, more than fine. I drove it to work as well and put my things in the back there. Fine.
Yeah, it's got a 60-40 split in the back, but it does feel a little bit narrow because of the wheel arches, I guess, doesn't it? So,
it does, yeah.
Now, mate, in terms of the family friendliness for kids in the back, I think it's really good. Like, it's got vents in the back, it's got a USB, it's got a 12-volt outlet, but the best thing, it's got a 230, 240-volt connector in there. So if you want to connect, something that actually you bring from home that's electrically powered, you can do it. You can
that's brilliant. I really like that. It's a really awesome feature.
Mate, just about that 10.1-inch touchscreen, there is voice activation. I think you say, "Hey Jeep," and you can control some of the features in it, just like your phone, like "Hey Siri" or something like that. So, "Hey Jeep."
What can I help you with? I can help with navigation, phone call, texting, music, radio, climate control.
I think, the clarity and everything's really good. It's, the nav's really good.
Yeah.
It's a TomTom setup, but it's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but it's wireless. A lot of cars, you have to plug in, which, this one, no, it's fine. It's good, isn't it?
That's a really good feature. I like the way the design at this level is, and the buttons are well laid out. Besides the fact that I couldn't work out how to turn the volume up and down from the steering wheel.
Yeah, I don't think you can do it. I think it's just on the side here, isn't it? So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think, as you mentioned, like converting it from left-hand drive to right-hand drive, a lot of this stuff is like still based on the left-hand drive, like the volume controls on the left, the heated steering wheel controls on the left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's something I think could have been done just that little bit better.
Yeah, it does seem like they cut a few corners a little bit. They're not, deal breakers as such, but just reaching across for the volume control past the gear lever.
Handbrake as well.
Yeah, handbrake as well. Just slight things like that. Nothing overly, annoying, but just something to be aware of.
Mate, in terms of value for money, the range has 4 vehicles in it. It starts off at $39,950 list price for what's called the Night Eagle, which is the petrol engine, the 2.4 petrol engine, but it is front-wheel drive, automatic. Then it goes up to what's called a Limited at $45,350. Then there's the S Limited, like what we're in today, which is $48,350. And then you go up to a Trailhawk, which is the diesel, proper off-road version, which is $52,650. Now, mate, the Compass that we're in today is fitted with what's called a premium package. It's around about $3,000. Includes a 360-degree camera, heated steering wheel, heated front seats, premium leather with ventilation as well, and this dual pane panoramic sunroof. So that's not a bad thing to get.
I like it. It does feel
A bit more luxurious,
like a
doesn't it?
luxurious SUV.
Now the S Limited that we're in today also has leather-powered front seats, electric tailgate, which is really cool. Alpine sound system. You said that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I was impressed by that.
It comes with a 5-year, 100,000k warranty. Now that's good, but a lot of the competitors are 5-year unlimited K warranty, aren't they? So
Yeah,
that something could be better. Servicing is every 12 months or 12,000 Ks for the petrol model. Again, other cars have 12 months or 15,000 K servicing, don't they? So, but the diesel does have 12-month, 20,000 K servicing. So, car also comes with cap price servicing. The first 5 services, $349, which equates to about $1,750 for your 5 years of the warranty. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's reasonable. Yeah.
Now, mate, any particular positives or negatives that stick out to you?
Positive that it's definitely a versatile car. You can use it for multi-purpose. As I said, take to the shops, drive to work. Feels very at home in a corporate car park or any type of environment. It looks tough. It feels tough for this segment, and I like the fact that it's got those extra engineering features so you could take it off-road in those different types of environments, and it will be able to cope in that.
Negatives, I'd probably just have to say, look, it is well equipped, but I think it's a bit pricey for the size of the car when you compare it to, like other small SUVs. It's sort of priced against bigger SUVs. And I'd probably have to say, like, the engine, it can feel a little bit underpowered, I guess. I mean, it does have a 9-speed automatic transmission that's going to, try and do the best for the engine. But again, it's non-turbo. A lot of the competitors are turbo, so they feel a bit more powerful and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
Now, mate, X Factor. Is this the kind of car that you're going to park and look back at, or check your reflection when you're driving past? What do you think?
Yeah. I think it looks cool. The design outside, really nice. I like the Cherokee, the larger version, so a shrink wrap version of that, absolutely all for.
It does a lot for your manhood, doesn't it, this car?
It does. Yeah. So, definitely X Factors.
Yeah, it does have that traditional Jeep look about it, doesn't it? With the 7-bar grille at the front and some of the design cues. So, yeah, I think it's got a lot of X Factor.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to put a big thanks to our friends at Jeep Australia for the loan of the Compass this week. It's our first introduction to Jeep. What do you think? Pretty good?
Yep, I'm impressed, and hopefully we get to explore the range further.
Yeah. And I just want to put a big thanks to everybody out there for watching us. Really appreciate the likes, the views, and the subscriptions, and plenty more to come. We'll see you later.
See you.